everybody. Welcome. JT. Hey, Jeff. I wonder if Sue is here. This is a request that Sue Whitfield sent in. Hey, everybody. Tonight, it was originally called Chicks with Picks. And, not everybody likes to be called a chick. I do. Hey, Jillian. Yay. There's Sue. Okay, good. Yeah, and so I started to think about what this show means to me tonight and what this is about. And it's women who, maybe they rock out on stage, but they rock in how they approach the world, how they write, and the messages that they bring. So not all of these songs will be rock songs, as you might guess from this little Travis finger picking. Some of them will be, but this is women who have rocked my world over the years. And Happy Women's History Month. Hey, Chuck. All right, Sue. Sue requested this yesterday, so we're going to give this a shot. Yesterday, a child came out to wander, caught a dragonfly inside a jar, fearful when the sky was full of thunder, tearful at the falling of a star. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in the circle game. So this is a slightly different version. Some of these songs I will mess with a little bit, and some I'll sing straight up. We'll see. But Sue, great request. Then the child moved 10 times round the seasons, skated over 10 clear frozen streams. Remember this, Mom? We used to do this one. Words like when you're older must appease him, and promises of someday make his dreams. On a carousel of time, we can't return, we could only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in a circle game. Hey guys, thanks for coming. 16 springs and 16 summers gone now. Cartwheels turn to car wheels through the town. They tell 'em take your time, you know it won't be long now, till you drag your feet to slow the circles down. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look So the years spin by and now the boy is 20. Though his dreams have lost some grandeur coming true, there'll be new dreams, maybe better dreams and plenty, before the last revolving year is through. Hopefully you'll be singing from home tonight. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round, round and round and round, round and round and round in the Circle K. Oh, good. I'm so glad. You'll have to let me know. This is my first time sitting with this new mic setup. I want to make sure I don't boom you out with this guitar when I start to hit it, because I will hit it at some point here. We're going to hang out in this. So this tuning, it's similar to open D. It's actually open E flat, and I'm moving the capo around. Oh, Sue, yeah, Joni too. Yeah, I listened to a lot of Joni when I was younger, and almost everyone who I will sing tonight also listened to Joni. Are we hearing any fuzz on the mic, Debbie? Anything weird? Clear out there? All right, let me just turn my phones down. All right, great. And I do have some guitar issues tonight. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, we do have some strings that are a-buzzin'. I have to take this back to the guitar doctor, but that's all right. So favorite songwriters, favorite female songwriters tonight, and this is a song written by the fabulous Nerissa Niels. And let's see if you know this one. It was actually on an album by another supergroup, a folk supergroup, and I'll do my version. Let's see, do I want to do this with a pick? Maybe. I know what kind of love this is. After all, I was there when we made it. I know why I did what I did to end a lifetime of wallflower shade. With Buster Brown, the big man in the town, when no one was around. I know what kind of love this is. I know what kind of love this is. The man in black said, "You won't mind, it'll be over before you know it. You can pretend that you are blind if it will help you to get over it." On my parents' bed, pretending I am dead, to the classroom. It's just a tale of right and wrong that they will whisper inside the bathroom. How she lost the game, she'll never be the same. He doesn't even know her name, but I know what kind of love this is. I know what kind of love this is. I know what kind of love this is. La da 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 la da 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 da. And for the big money, can you tell me what folk super trio recorded that song? Do you know out there? Such a beautiful song written by Nerissa Nields of the Nields, one of my favorite bands. Kelly, to share, you should be able to do that in the lower right-hand corner of the video screen. There should be an option there. Thank you, Chuck. So I'll give you a few more seconds to think about who might have done that. Debbie, any clipping? No clipping on vocal or guitar. Okay, good. Good. All right, there it is. Trish and Jillian, no. Cry, Cry, Cry. Dar Williams, Lucy Kaplansky, and Richard Schindel. Their album, 3 solo singer-songwriters came together, put together a fabulous record of tunes, mostly by other artists. And also they put out a record this year, a live record, to benefit venues who are suffering during the pandemic. So Google Cry, Cry, Cry and their new album, and it will make you cry, cry, cry. Most of the songs, brilliant writers in their own right, and we may hear from some of them again later this evening. All right, so the tuning, for those of you playing along, is tonight, the tuning is E flat, B flat, E flat, G, B flat, E flat, and that's what we've been using for these first couple of songs. And I was given this tuning, I learned this tuning from Jonathan Brooke, who teaches amazing master classes. She just finished them. Hey, Seth! She just finished a round of them. And let's see, we're going to see how this goes. I haven't played this sitting down, but my guitar, the peg for my strap fell out and I can't get it back in. So we're sitting tonight. Let's check this out. So this next song, I sort of gave it away. This is a song by Jonathan Brooke, who is one of my favorite songwriters. And as I go, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I learned from each of these artists in terms of guitar. And Jonathan Brooke opened my eyes to alternate tunings and minor seconds. She gave me permission to mess around with both of those things. And I remember hearing her band The Story and hearing the clash of those notes and opening my eyes really wide and going, that's allowed. That's amazing. But I was also partially devastated because I was, still struggling with standard tuning. And all of a sudden the world was so much bigger. Thank you, Jonathan, for these tunings and for the poetry. One of the other things I love about Jonathan is if you take a sheet of her lyrics and read them, they read like poetry. They don't always read like a song lyric. And I love that. Anyhow, let's see if I can play this. By the way, Jonathan on her website, jonathanbrooke.com/store, sells tabs and videos to a lot of her songs. And I took advantage of that. I am walking past the sprinklers in the newly sandwiches and the lemonade stand girls on a suburban afternoon. I am leaving because I love you. I am leaving because I don't. And I am hoping that you will follow. And I'm praying that you won't let me go. I am captive in your presence. I will melt before your eyes. But I still crave your approval. And I'm helpless when you criticize. You criticize. 'Cause it's written on your body, on the tip of your tongue, the look in your eyes, the glare of the sun, the touch of your cold fingers when you say goodbye, the way that you linger, the way that you lie. 'You saw me through the keyhole of a door that I kept locked, but I decorate the threshold just in case if you knocked. What I might feel on the edges, you will never come to know. And who I might be in the corners, I will never, ever, ever, ever show. Hey Tom, never show. 'Cause it's written on your body, on the tip of your tongue, look in your eyes, the glare of the sun, the touch of your cold fingers when you say goodbye, the way that you linger, the way that you lie. Who said that love could linger? Who said that love would last? When we cannot seize the moment and we will not leave the past. I don't think I was afraid of you, but how can I be sure? When with every altercation you were showing me the door. Well, here I go. Here I go. Here I go. It's written on our bodies, on the tip of our tongue, the look in our eyes, the glare of the sun, the touch of our cold fingers when we say goodbye, the way that we linger, the way that we lie, the touch of your fingers, the look in your eyes, the way we accuse, way we deny. That's one hard pony to ride. I gotta tell you, yeah. So I'm gonna play that one again someday. Yeah. So. But it's a great tuning, and one of the things that you learn when you study with Jonathan and you do her guitar class, which is really, really fun, is that she created her tuning so that there was space for all these beautiful songs with less action in the left hand. Although I think she does all kinds of complicated stuff. So Linger by Jonathan Brooke, and now. So Jonathan Brooke, one of my favorite solo songwriters, but before she was Jonathan Brooke, the solo artist, she was part of a group with Jennifer Kimball called The Story, with the aforementioned minor seconds. And Debbie's going to roll a video for you of a tune done by The Story. In the glory
when the trees are sobbing faintly with a gentle unknown woe. Will you think of me and love me as you did once long ago? In the gloaming, oh my darling, think not bitterly of me, though I passed away in silence, left you lonely, set you free. For my heart was tossed with longing, what had been could never be. It was best to leave you thus, dear, best for you and best for me. 'Cause in the gloaming, oh my darling, when the lights are soft and low, will you think of me and love me as you did once long ago?
Hello. And now I am magically in standard tuning. Yes, Mom, I clone myself whenever possible. Yeah, well, Jonathan does that. Jonathan writes the songs that make us cry. Thank you. I'd like another crack at that, too. But this has been really fun. So, those of you who are here on Tuesday night, you know that I sort of show up. I write a set list, which I often leave in the other room. And and every other week now we're doing some themed shows. So tonight is Women Who Rock, aka Chicks with Picks, for those who don't mind being called chicks. And we're talking about the women who taught me guitar as a kid and who taught me about songwriting. Debbie Has It Together, Calling All Angels is next, and we'll tell you more about that show later. I'll probably be on next week doing my usual sort of pop in and wander around through different songs. But if you want to see the themed shows, you'll want to pop in every other for those. But yeah, so Jonathan, The Story, Narissa Nields, Joni Mitchell, and now the woman who first taught me how to finger pick, and specifically finger pick and hammer on. So there was a riff that I would play for hours and hours on end until my fingers would bleed, and that was... I would do this forever, as slow as I could. Good tune. Do you know this riff? Pull on, hammer off, and then we're going to combine that with a Travis, an alternating bass picking pattern. And many of the artists that I am covering tonight will use a thumb pick. And when I put a thumb pick on my thumb, I hit the string and it flies across the room. And I never had the patience to develop this skill. So I taught myself how to hold the flat pick But sometimes that also flies across the room. So let's see if you know this one. Another female singer-songwriter who inspired me quite a bit and taught me how to hammer on, hammer off, and Travis pick. Shelley's got it. I'm riding shotgun down the Avalanche, tumbling and falling down the Avalanche. So be quiet tonight, the stars shine bright, and this mountain of new fallen snow, I will raise up my voice into the void. You have left me nowhere to go. Me too. I could live here just in this. I could, and I did. Hours and hours at a time. It's like a meditation. I love you so much and it's so bizarre. A mystery that goes on and on and on. This is the best thing and the very most hard. We don't get along. After countless appeals, we keep spinning our wheels on this mountain of new fallen snow. So I let go the catch and we are over the edge. You have left me nowhere to go. Riding shotgun down the Avalanche, tumbling and falling down the Avalanche. Sometimes you make me lose my will to live and just become a beacon for your soul. The past is stronger than my will to forgive you or myself, I don't know. I'm riding shotgun down the Avalanche, falling down the Avalanche. So be quiet tonight, be sure to step lightly on this mountain of new fallen snow. I will raise up my voice into the void. You have left me nowhere to go. I'm riding shotgun down the Avalanche. Isn't that, I mean, that just, there's just, let me just knock my microphone over while we discuss that little pull off and that picking pattern. It's just so mesmerizing. It reminds me of another song that's not on the list tonight, but I'll sing part of it for you because I saw Sue said there are so many songs this reminds me of, and this song reminds me of I'm not sure if it's in this key, but a song by Cheryl Wheeler, who I listened to a lot of when I around the same time.
wish I could fall in love, though it only leads to trouble. Oh, I know it does, but I'd fool myself and gladly just to feel I was in love, in love. I wish I could feel my heartbeat rise and gaze into some gentle, warm, excited eyes and give myself as truly as an arrow flies in windless skies. Oh, I remember you in the TV light, holding you close to me where we lay. How I wish I knew one of those softer nights, feeling you turn to me, whispering quietly, I wish I could fall in love.
I haven't played that one probably since, 17 or 18. But yeah, around the same time. Love, love, love that song. So Cheryl Wheeler, another influence, and she was, after Sean, she was another of my fingerpicking teachers. Without knowing, all of these women had no idea that I would spend hours staring at their hands when I could get my hands on videos. And when I'd go to concerts and I could get close up, my jaw would drop and I would just stare at the hands. Miss half the song, but learn a lot about guitar. All right, let's see. Oh, all right. We're going to see if I have a string buzzing issue. I'm going to see if I can put this capo where I really want it. See if you know this one. I'm just going to do a lot of A minor chord shapes. Let's see.
Come on, baby, let's get out of this town. I got a full tank of gas with the top rolled down. There's a chill in my bones, I don't wanna be left alone. So baby, you can sleep while I drive.
You know this one? Yeah.
I'll pack my bag and load up my guitar. In my pocket I'll carry my heart. I got some money I saved, enough to get underway. And baby, you can sleep while I drive, yes.
And Trisha Yearwood covered this and changed some of the words about the shopping trip, which is the next verse.
We'll go through Tucson up to Santa Fe, and Barbara in Nashville says we're welcome to stay. I'll buy you glasses in Texas, a hat from New Orleans, and in the morning you can tell me your dreams. You know I've seen it before, this mist that covers your eyes. You've been looking for something, it's not in your life. My intentions are true, won't you take me with you? And baby, you can sleep while I drive. that with me. Come on, baby, let's get out of this town. I got a full tank of gas with the top rolled down. If you won't take me with you, I'll go before night is through. But baby, you could sleep while I drive.
Song written by Melissa Etheridge, covered by Trisha Yearwood. She had a hit with it, so did Melissa. And a lot of these women I met when I was a kid, 15, 16, 17. I had friends, a couple friends, and we would write messages on paper plates and hand the plates backstage, and the messages would say, "Hi, we love you. We want to thank you in person. So you know who we are. We will be wearing hats that we made from paper plates, and we are the plate heads." And there's a guitar over there in the corner that a lot of them signed, and the cover, which was the image for this show, does have pictures of the plate heads with Sean Colvin and I think Mary Chapin and some of the other artists here. So they were always really sweet. They would the big tough security guys would come out and ask for the plate heads, and we'd get to go backstage and have our few minutes to say thank you. And Melissa, I went with 4 friends to see Melissa at Northrop Auditorium when I was a kid. And she was really, really warm and sweet and enthusiastic. And she could tell that we wanted to sing to her. And it was 2 guy friends and then one of the girls from my band. And the only thing that we all knew together was the Star Spangled Banner. So she conducted us. And we sang the Star Spangled Banner with her. And she got out her guitar and backed us up. So, I've done the Star Spangled with Melissa, as I'm sure many of you have. All right, moving on. Let's see. What key am I doing this in? All right, so JT, who is here, requested a couple of artists, and we're going to get 2 out of the 3 tonight. You want to be a playhead? I find it's less effective when you're older than 17. I think if I went in at 41, I would not get the warm welcome that I got as a kid. You just a little, Mom? Hey, it worked. And there was talk amongst these artists because everybody was kind of in the same circuit. So, we'd show up and they'd go, "Oh, yeah, we heard of you, the Minnesota Plateheads." All right. Learned a lot of songs this week, so I'm just sort of thinking about this. All right, this is I'm going to sing it. This is for JT. This is one of the artists JT requested, but this is also Kelly Wallen and Kelly's mom, Pat. Pat has been on the live stream for this artist often, and this is the song that she wants to hear. She relates to this song. So whenever I hear this song or sing this song, I think of Kelly and Pat. Thanks, Cal.
I come from the rural Midwest. It's the land I love more than all the rest. It's the place I know, understand, like a false front building, like the back of my hand. And the men I knew when I was coming up were sober as coffee in a styrofoam cup. There were Earls and Rays, Harlans and Roys. They were full-grown men. They were barbed wire boys. They raised grain painted cattle on the treeless fields, sat at the head of the table and prayed before meals, prayed in our Father, and that was enough. You prayed more than that, and you couldn't stay tough. Jovis the busted thumbnails on their weathered hands. They worked the gold plate off their wedding bands, and they never complained, they never made noise, and they never left home. These barbed wire boys. Actually, I think my mom loves this one too, and Chuck got it. This is a Susan Werner song. Their wildest dreams were all fenced in by the weight of family, by the feeling of sin that'll break your skin at the slightest touch if you reach too far, if you feel too much. So their deepest hopes never were expressed. They just beat like birds' wings in the cage of their chest. All the restless longing and the secret joys that never were set free. Barbed wire boy. Yep, Susan Werner. She writes the good ones. They're departing this earth, and it's clear to me now exactly what they're worth. They were just like Atlas holding up the sky. You never saw him speak, you never saw him cry. But where do the tears go that you never shed? Where do the words go that you never said? There's a blink of the eye, the catch in the voice, the unsung song. The unsung song of the barbed wire boy. Susan Werner. Susan Werner, I've known since I was 17 or 18, and she's changed my life in so many ways. I love, love, love her, and I love, love, love her songwriting and her music. But in 2020, she changed my life by inviting me to help her with her streaming program, Susie on Sundays. So I am the technician who helps behind the scenes for that show. And Susan started introducing me to her other songwriting friends. And this year I have been helping with streaming shows full time for some of my favorite artists. And it's been just amazing. And I keep thinking I'm going to wake up. You know, because all through my subconscious kind of has a sense of humor. It knows I won't listen to my own instincts. So I fall asleep and I have dreams with my favorite actors, musicians, and they give me the tough love. And they're like, you know what? You got to drop this. You got to move on. Stop thinking about the past. Do this. You know, and now some of the artists who would sort of give me the tough love, I know. It's very strange. And they're all really nice and fun. So I'm a lucky girl. So Susan Werner for JT, and for many of you. Susan's show is every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Susie on Sundays on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Jonathan has a show every Monday at 2 p.m. Central on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch.
The Nields and songwriter Narissa Nields have a show Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. They do a show every week. Like, let's see, who else is doing a show? I don't know. Melissa has Melissa TV now. So, anyhow, all right, enough of this talking. Is Patty here? Oh, thanks, Trish. Patty Hartzell, are you here? If you're here, speak up, because you requested something, and I'll do that in a little bit. So another artist who is doing some amazing teaching this year, she has a vocal presence workshop coming up, is Beth Nielsen Chapman, another one of my favorite songwriters. And she writes songs for everybody. Bette Midler, Elton John, Faith Hill. She, writes all kinds of songs, and then also has her own beautiful songs. And this was a song from a 2010 record that she did that I remember loving back in the day. And when I was thinking about what I wanted to play this week, I wanted to represent her. Oh, good, Patty. All right, so after this, Patty, I'm going to play your request. But before that, I'm going to play this song that I really wound up loving by Beth Nielsen Chapman and Daryl Scott, who was just on Susan's show. Let's see if I can do this.
I can see me loving you. You can show me how. There is nothing I won't do. We can start right now.
I knew Seth would know it.
I can see me loving you when we're old and gray. Ups and downs and joys and blues, laughing all the way. Born into this world of darkness, every child would be, always reaching toward the light. Every living, breathing soul unfolds this mystery, gently rolling to that good night. I can see me loving you, see you loving me, in each moment shining through all eternity. Take my hand and walk with me. Our love will abide past the point of no return to the other side. Might wake up someday and wonder what life's coming to. Is this good as love can be? All I know is from the moment I laid eyes on you, you're as far as I can see. I can see me loving you,
I love that song. It's so straightforward and beautiful, but it also sort of touches like the high part of my range and then the low part. So I had trouble picking the key for that. But I love Beth's songwriting, and I wanted to do I really wanted to do that one. And Chuck says, what does Chuck say, Debbie? Chuck says he just watched the Susan Werner Susie on Sunday show with Daryl Scott. And yeah, Chuck's been watching the replays. You can see replays of a lot of these fabulous shows with these amazing artists. Isn't that a great song, Tracy? I mean, Beth has been doing some streaming shows. She has another one coming up on April 10th. That was just announced. And I cry through half the set because she writes these beautiful, beautiful ballads, but then amazing pop songs. Beth also on April 10th, after the live show, is doing something where if you're a songwriter, she does the Song Radio Roundup, and you bring a song in, and live on Facebook and YouTube, she helps you move your song forward. So you play it for her, and she gives you some ideas. So April 10th, Beth Nielsen Chapman. That's a Saturday, and I think it's at 2 p.m. Central that the whole party starts. All right, Patty Hartzell. My mom will like this too. I haven't played this in a long time, so we're going to see. Patty Hartzell requested this song by one of my favorite songwriters of all time, and she did dedicate this song to the Plateheads from stage one night. And I'll play it for you. Let's see if you know her. I know you know her, but her older brother knew that something was up. Caught her going through his record collection, looking at Hendrix like a lovesick pup. She begged and she pleaded till Daddy finally listened. Drove her in the car down to Sears Roebuck, bought her that guitar, and that was the beginning. Now she's down in the cellar with the amp turned up. Girls with guitars, Daddy's little angel. Girls with guitars, what's the world coming to? Girls with guitars, mamas tend to worry about girls with guitars. Right, Mom? When I told her I was moving into my car for a while, that made her nervous. Well, Saturday night she would follow her brother at the socks and stockings on the old gym floor. Now everybody danced to garage band covers. She was checking out riffs and memorizing chords. She didn't care at all for the football heroes. Didn't even notice the basketball stars. Boys as a species were all a bunch of zeros, except for the boys who played that guitar. Girls with guitars, she wasn't any debutante. Girls with guitars, she didn't go out for cheerleading. Girls with guitars, guys are kinda nervous round girls with guitars. We're turning the page 'cause there is a bridge. She went off to college, got her degree. Her parents breathed a sigh of great relief. Daddy's thinking law school, mama's thinking medicine, daughter's thinking how she's gonna break the news to them. Oh no. Now there's an old Chevy van just sitting in the driveway, filled to the gills with all of her stuff. She got a deal with her brother to drive it up the highway. Figures New York City, well, that's close enough. She gets the audition through a friend of a friend who's checking out her legs, saying this will never work. Flips on her boogie and turns to the band. She gives a little grin and blows away the jerk.
guitars. Now everybody's rocking girls with guitars. There ought to be a song about girls with guitars. There's just no stopping those girls with guitars. Get your money for nothing and your guys for free. Mary Chapin Carpenter, Girls with Guitars, covered by Winona. It was a big hit. And Patty requested it. Patty, thank you so much. I had a different Chapin tune on the set list, and I'm going to do it a different night. I think we'll do a Mary Chapin Carpenter night because it wasn't ready. So you saved me, Patty. I love that. I love that song. And Mom, speaking of Mary Chapin Carpenter, I met Mary Chapin a couple of times when I was a kid. She would come and, you know, the Platehead thing, we would go see her. Hi, Tracy. And I have two of my Tracys are here. An I.E. Tracy and a Y Tracy. Hi, ladies. Mary wrote a book. Mary Chapin Carpenter wrote a book, and she was doing a book tour after playing the Minnesota State Fair. And my mom mentioned I talked a cab driver into giving me a ride there for free. And I did not know that my mom knew about the book signing. I had seen Chapin the night before. I had sung to her with a paper plate on my head, as one does at concerts. And I showed up, and I got to the front of the line with my book to have her sign it. And I sat down with her, and she said, "Oh, it's so nice to see you, and thank you for singing." And then my mom walked up. And first of all, I was shocked that she was there, and she wanted to surprise me and have a book signed. And I don't know if you remember this, Mom, but what you said to Mary Chapin, you were hoping that she could help you out with something. And you said, you know, Kelly's not sure if she wants to go to college or not. Could you just tell her that she should go to college? And I was mortified because Mary Chapin Carpenter went to Brown University, and I was definitely planning on college. And so Mary Chapin Carpenter gave me a lecture about you should go to college. It's a good thing you can still play music in college. And I'll never forget. It was fun. And then my mom gave me a ride home, so I didn't even have to hitch a free ride with another cab driver. Wow, this is going so quickly. It's I guess no, I've been playing for an hour. Feels like it's moving quickly. Well, all right, so JT requested this song, and there are a lot of songs by this artist that by any of these artists that I know and love and could do, but this is a good one to sing. I do love my mom. She's the best. We have a lot of fun, a lot of laughs together. But this is a song by an artist you'll know, and after I play it, we'll talk a little bit because she is doing lots of retreats this year. Really, really, really cool events where you can come in and write a song that matters. There's a lot of words here. I'm going to try to hold on. Christ-loving uncle watched his wife hang Mary on a tree. He watched his son hang candy canes all made with red dye. Number 3. That's right. He told his niece it's Christmas Eve. I know our life is not your style. She said Christmas is like solstice and we miss you. And it's been a while. Yes. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able. Just before the meal was served, hands were held and prayers were said, sending hope for peace on earth to all their gods and goddesses. The food was great, the tree plugged in, and the meal had gone without a hitch till Timmy turned to Amber and said, "Is it true that you're a witch?" His mom jumped up and said, "The pies are burning," and she hit the kitchen. And it was Jane who spoke. She said, "It's true, your cousin's not a Christian, but we love trees, we love the snow, the friends we have, the world we share, and you find magic from your God, and we find magic everywhere." table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able. Where does magic come from? I think magic's in the learning, 'cause now when Christians sit with pagans, only pumpkin pies are burning. When Amber tried to do the dishes, her aunt said, really, no, don't bother Amber's uncle. How Amber looked like Tim and like her father. He thought of father's sons, called him he thought about his brother, how they hadn't spoken in a year. He thought he'd call him up and say, it's Christmas and your daughter's here. He thought of father's sons and brothers, saw his own son tug his sleeve, saying, can I be a pagan? Dad said, we'll discuss it when they leave. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able, lighting trees in darkness, learning new ways from the old, and making sense of history and drawing warmth out of the cold. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able, lighting trees in darkness, learning new ways from the old, and making sense of history and drawing warmth out of the cold.
Dar Williams, Christians and the Pagans. And she wrote so many great songs. And Jeff Rawitz, who's here, who's known me since I was in high school and used to hear me play with my band Propinquity then, would come out to the shows. And our friend Joseph Spielman would come to the shows, and he would always request this song. For some reason, we played it once, and he would always request this song. And I remember one gig, when I was in high school and we played a gig, we played all these little rooms that are about the size of my living room here. But we'd get like 50 people in there. They'd be on top of each other, and it would be hot and sweaty and fun, and we'd wail. One night, we were in a little place called the Brew House in New Brighton, and the phone rang, and the owner was on the phone, and she came up to the microphone and said to me, someone just called in a request, and it was Joe, and he wanted to hear the Christians and the Pagans. So she held the phone up, and we sang it together, and the audience did, the harmony parts, all those O's. I hope you were singing them. Patty! So I was recently booked to do a show at the Sellersville Theater out in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. And yes, Patty, but you don't have to wear a plate, but if you do, bonus points. I'd love to meet you in person. That would be so much fun. I met Patty through Susan Werner. Hey, John, good to see you. I'm just going to dump a little water on my chest before the last song. It's good luck, I hear. So everybody, thank you for coming out, and thank you for making your requests. It's true. Paper plate on your head. Good as gold. Thank you for sending along some requests for this show. There are two that I'm not going to get to tonight. Lucinda Williams and Patty Larkin. I'm so sorry. I'm not there yet. I'm not even there to where I can fake. So we'll get them. Hey, Bridget. We'll get those ladies because I listen to both of them. But when I think about the very beginning, when I first picked up a guitar at age 12, and my friend August and I would sit and play till our fingers would bleed and then stick them in ice and keep playing. We got a VHS tape of this little-known duo called the Indigo Girls, and we would study them for guitar lessons. And they have maybe we'll do two of theirs. We'll do this one, and then maybe we'll do one other one. But you're going to have to sing the harmony parts because I didn't have time to complete videos. So the Indigo Girls taught me about alternate tunings like Jonathan did. They taught me about finger picking. And then they did something, Kelly Wallen, this is for you. They did something that I hadn't heard as much before, and that was two voices that were mixed at the same volume. And so it was two women duetting instead of a lead and a backing vocal on a lot of the tunes, especially those early records. And so, yeah, we'll do two Indigo Girls songs for you to close out the night, because that's really where it started for me. They were my first guitar teachers, and they would start to talk about other artists. They mentioned the story, and then I went to check out the story, and then I was listening to Mary Chapin, and she told me, actually one of the times that I met her, that I should look for Jonathan, around the same time. So anyhow, here's one that you can sing too. Oh wait, hey, Tracy P is here. Tracy's gonna join me when we do Dolly night. We're gonna do a Dolly Parton night, and she's gonna sing and play with me. So woohoo! I'm so glad, and Tracy, we'll talk more about that soon. Next week is just a regular show where I wander in and sing whatever my heart desires. And then the week after, I think April 6th, is our next theme show, Calling All Angels. These are songs that have anything to do with angels on heaven or in heaven or on earth of any kind, metaphorical or otherwise. So if there are songs that you would like to hear that fit that theme, Calling All Angels by Jane Siberry, The Angel in the House, The Story, Jonathan Brooke, Angel from Montgomery, anything that you can think of. I have a new song that I have written, Angel, Sarah McLachlan. There's so many, but I want to put together a show for angels, and we're actually going to donate a portion of the proceeds for that show to some Angels on Earth, and we'll tell you more about that on April 6th. Anyhow, I'm going to stop yapping and do some of this. I will need your help. Thank you for coming. Oh, yay, Tracy!
Thought I knew my mind like the back of my hand. The gold and the rainbow, but nothing panned out as I planned. They say that it's never too late, but you don't get any younger. Well, I better learn how to starve the emptiness and feed the hunger. Twisted guardrails on the highway, broken glass in the cement. The ghost of someone's tragedy, how recklessly my time has been spent. They say only milk and honey's gonna keep your soul satisfied. Well, I better learn how to swim, 'cause the crossing is chilly and wide. Up on the watershed, standing at the fork in the road, you can stand there and agonize till your agony's your heaviest load. You never fly as the crow flies, get used to a country mile. When you're learning to face the path at your pace, every choice is worth your while. And there's always retrospect to light a clearer path.
Hope you're doing the descant.
Every 5 years or so I look back on my life and I have a good laugh. You start at the top, go full circle round, catch a breeze, take a spill, and ending up where I started again makes me wanna stand still. Up on the watershed, standing at the fork in the road, you can stand there and agonize till your agony's your heaviest load. a crow flies, get used to a country mile. When you're learning to face the path at your pace, every choice is worth your while. When you're learning to face the path at your pace, every choice is worth your while.
Hey, Sarah. So we'll give you one more Indigo Girls because it's easy to play, and I wanna. And I know I'll hear you singing. I can guarantee that I will probably switch to the Amy part. Those of you who sing the Indigo Girls know you choose a part to identify with, and I always sang the Amy parts. Emily is a guitar goddess. Yes, she is. Yeah, so I used to sing all the Amy parts, and sometimes I switch to them even when I'm singing a solo Emily song. I haven't played this one in a long time. But speaking of this is the song that if you want to learn guitar, this is the song that taught me how to strum a guitar. Because I was watching the Indigo Girls, and when you first strum, you're, a lot of times you're strumming in one direction, or it's, goofy and clunky. And I noticed that I could hear a rhythm that was different. It looked like they were doing this on this song. But they were their hands are moving like this, but they don't hit the strings each time. You miss the strings in different areas. So this was another thing that I spent hours practicing. Instead of this, they were doing this. Oh, good.
I'm trying to tell you something about my life. Maybe give me insight between black and white. And the best thing you've ever done for me is to help me take my life less seriously. It's only life after all, yeah. Well, darkness has a hunger that's insatiable, and lightness has a call that's hard to hear. And I wrap my fear around me like a blanket. Take the Emily part. I sailed my ship of safety till I sank it. I'm crawling on your shore. I went to the doctor, I went to the mountains, I looked to the children, I drank from the fountains. There's more than one answer to these questions, pointing me in a crooked light. Unless I seek my source for some definitive, closer I am to find. Closer I am to find.
Did we already see the Doctor of Philosophy? I think we did.
I stopped by the bar at 3 a.m. to seek solace in a bottle, but possibly a friend. And I woke up with a headache like my head against a board, twice as cloudy as I'd been the night before when I went in seeking clarity. And I went to the doctor, I went to the mountains, I looked to the children, I drank from the fountains. Oh no, we didn't see the doctor. Oh damn it. Unless I seek my source for some definitive.
Oh, damn it.
closer I am to find, closer I am to find, closer I am to find, yeah.
We'll see you next week. Thank you so much for making requests, and thanks to all these amazing musicians and songwriters for lighting the way and lighting the world. See you next Tuesday, and see you April 6th for Calling All Angels. Thanks for coming, everybody.